Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button and stay for a while. It's snowing, I'm in a chippy mood. So yeah, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. So as you could tell from the title of the video, today is going to be a full face of nothing new. I'm going to pull out some oldies but goodies. Not all are going to be oldies but goodies, but I'm definitely going to pull out some makeup items that you haven't seen in a good minute on my channel, on other people's channels. And it's still good makeup because I need to use what I have. So if that sounds like a video you would love to see, then just go ahead and keep on watching. All right, my lovelies, hair is pulled back. The snowflakes are pretty big. So for the face, I pulled out something I haven't used in quite some time, but I do remember really enjoying this. I did already prime my face. I went into the Rhode Glazing Milk. Then right after that, I went into the new Chanel primer that I recently reviewed, and the Hourglass, the newest primer they came out, not the Veil, the other one for my T-zone. It's like a mattifying kind of primer. Okay, this Rare Beauty product, the Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. I feel like so many people talked about this when it first came out and they just haven't talked about it ever since. I did review this. I do have a review up on my channel and I do remember enjoying it. 30N is the shade I have. I do remember the people who didn't enjoy it were those who have dry skin. So take that into consideration when you watch a review on a complexion product. I have, not combo. I have normal with a oily T-zone, but right now it's winter, so it's pretty much normal with a tiny bit of dryness. I feel like this is a decent match. Feels great. Lightweight. Do not expect a whole bunch of coverage. This is the foundation brush from Makeup Forever. It's a good product all around, I feel like. Definitely more of an everyday kind of product. Okay, that's what it looks like. So pretty, super skin light, very light. I honestly don't feel like I have much on my face. It's still looking absolutely beautiful like I remember, so my thoughts haven't changed. Do you remember that product? I don't know if I see too many people still using it. The next product that I pulled out is the Anastasia Concealer. The Magic Touch Concealer. I have it in shade 7. I do remember thinking this was okay, a tiny bit heavy for my personal liking, but if I tread softly, I can make it work pretty well for myself. I have seen a couple of people use this, but not a whole lot, at least not since it launched. I feel like there's just so much great makeup that we forget to already use what we have, you know? Prada just came to Sephora. I've been debating on whether I want to try the foundation and I keep going back and forth. It's currently in my cart, but I haven't pulled the plug because I keep telling myself, like, you have so much makeup, why are you purchasing another foundation, you know? Yeah, this is the BK Beauty 110, and I think I put a tiny bit too much of this concealer. Yeah, it's definitely a more medium to possibly full coverage. If that is your vibe, then I don't think you would be disappointed with this product. I do feel like it can be a drying kind of concealer, but it's a decent one. Okay, here's what the complexion looks like. I definitely put a tiny bit more that I personally like for the concealer, so I will definitely need to do my little trick with setting my face once all the cream powders are down, and just kind of blending into the skin and see if I can sheer out the concealer just a tiny bit. Okay, this next product, I mean, I feel like it's a oldie but a goodie, and I definitely do see a good amount of people still using this, and it's the Patrick Ta Creme Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. I have mine in the shade She Sculpted. palette. I believe when this was launched, only 3 shades came out. And I'm pretty sure there's 5 or 6 shades now. So he did extend the shade range, which is awesome. I personally love it when brands do that because they realize, crap, the original amount of shades that we provided are not enough. Let's fix that. So I went into the cream contour and I'm going to use that to sculpt my face. I think this is a good shade for me. The only part that I don't enjoy as much is that the bronzer is a tiny bit on the warm tone side for my personal liking. I can definitely make it work. This is the BK Beauty N15 with Nikila Rose, but the contouring shade itself is actually a good one. I enjoy it. Formula is also really, really nice. Okay, for the cream bronzer portion, we're gonna use this bad boy from Anastasia. I have the shade Amber, and this is just the cream bronzer. This one has a very yellow olive undertone to it. For me personally, it's a little bit too on the yellow side, but I have heard that customers who have olive undertones love this particular shade from this line. And yeah, it's an amazing bronzer for them, which is great. But just for me personally, it's a little bit on the yellow side, and I honestly haven't picked it up in a really long time. So I figured I would use it today. Same brush, by the way. Okay, Complexion's actually looking really good. Let me do that little trick real quick on my face with the setting spray and just bringing back some moisture into this face and making sure I sheer out my concealer just a tiny bit. Hold. Okay, that did the trick because my under eyes were already looking super creasy and crusty almost, but they look much, much better. And it was just the concealer, not the tinted moisturizer. Cream blush, we're gonna jump into this Fenty Beauty. It's called the Cheeks Out Cream Blush. I have Strawberry Drip. To me, it looks like a watermelon pink. Summery kind of shade, but it's fine. We'll go ahead and use it. This is the BK Beauty 109. I do enjoy this formula, and I believe she did add some new shades to this line sometime last year, but I didn't really hear anything about those new shades. Maybe on TikTok or Instagram Reels, but as far as like YouTube, I didn't really see anyone review the new shades that she released. But as you can see, it's a very pretty summery shade. Formula is really nice. I do feel like it stays a tiny bit balmy, so I personally don't feel like I could wear it without setting, but I always set my face anyways. And I am pretty sure I have used this product on top of powder, and it actually did work decently on top of powder. Okay, for powders, I did pull out trusty old Makeup Forever. This is the Ultra HD pressed powder in translucent. And definitely an oldie and a goodie for sure is the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I have it in the shade 10 Fair Light. So these are the 2 powders that I'll be using today. I do really enjoy these powders a lot. I used to use this all the time, but I've found other powders I enjoy, and as you can see, I do have a visible pan on there. I did already set my under eyes with MAC Fix Plus. That trick I always do before setting my under eyes with powder. I'm gonna use my little puff. It's a very finely milled powder. This is the Sephora puff up, by the way. Oh yeah, beautiful. Still an amazing powder for the under eyes. Now for the Maybelline. And I got the shade Fair Light because I felt like these ran pretty dark, and I did not want it to alter my foundation and make it look darker. I feel like this is perfect. Okay, eyes are primed. We'll continue with the rest of the face once I do my eyes. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to put this on the thumbnail, but the Natasha Denona, do you remember this? The Sunset palette. Such a beautiful, beautiful warm tone palette. I love it. Absolutely love it. So let me create a quick little eye look with this. I'll probably speed through it. And yeah. Sonia G Crease Pro. Refer 1.5 Mini. NYX Glitter Glue. Sonia G Pencil S. Alright, my lovelies, here is the full completed eye look. I did already do my lashes and I already put some mascara on. I feel those parts of applying makeup are pretty boring. I went into the MAC stack and mixed some of my What's Up Beauty mascara. Nothing new there. And then for the eyebrows, I went into the Gucci brow pencil. But I wanted to point something out. This Sunset palette, first of all, it's absolutely stunning. If you have this palette, pick it up and use it because it's so beautiful. And this shade right here, it's like a satin shimmery, almost holographic kind of shade. Formula reminds me so much of luxury brand formulas like the Chanel, Tom Ford, even some of the Charlotte Tilbury, that new YSL quads. Like, it is just so soft, silky smooth. It's soft and it's almost translucent in a way, but it's such a beautiful formula. I don't know if she has this formula in any other eyeshadow palettes other than this Sunset one. I don't own all of her palettes. I'm not a Natasha Denona expert, but I would love to see her bring this formula back because it is just so pretty, especially if you're somebody who enjoys soft eye looks. Okay, now we're going to jump into some powder bronzer. And I pulled out this glowish bronzer. It is the Soft Radiance bronzer. I have the shade here, 03 Tan Light. This is a mini version of it, but honestly, I have so many bronzers that it doesn't even matter. Okay, I'm gonna use this Sonia G brush. It is the Classic Cheek. Too much pigment on my brush. Oh, you see that? Let me... Okay. My goodness, I dipped my brush in a tiny bit too hard. I do have the regular size in shade 02, but for that one, I really have to dip into the pan. I do enjoy this formula. I think it's a beautiful formula. I haven't seen too many people talk about it since it's been released, but it's a good one. And I love the fact that she does offer, I think, 5 or 6 different shades in the mini, which is awesome. Okay, my nose is so unhappy right now. Yeah, this dryness is not helping the insides of my nostrils. It's ugly. Okay, for blush, I pulled out a Laura Mercier blush. I want to say it has now been maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half since these were launched. And it's this special like sheeny kind of formula. There was only 3 shades, I believe, that came out with this little collection. This berry one, a pink one, and I think a peachy one. This is just the one that seemed to have the least amount of like metallic sheen in it. This is the Sonia G Soft Cheek. And I do really love this blush. I also own Ginger in the original Laura Mercier blush formula. Such a pretty one, but I do have to build that shade up. I might have added a tiny bit too much on this cheek. Okay, for highlighter, let's pull out one of my top favorite highlighters. That is from Dior. It's not the newest shade that I added to my collection last year. It's the very first Dior highlighter I purchased, or luminizer is what they call it, in 01 Nude Glow. I want to say these were probably launched maybe 2 years ago, and you can definitely tell that I love this. It's just such the perfect like champagne-y peachy kind of shade. Absolutely beautiful. This formula is absolutely stunning. This is a Sonia G Worker L. See see that. So good. I don't purchase too many highlighters. It's the makeup product I use the least of and the makeup product that I purchase the least of. And I enjoy my highlighters to be a tiny bit more on the natural kind of side. I absolutely dislike when I can see a stripe of highlighter on myself. I don't feel it looks pretty. Okay, sorry, I thought I was recording. I pulled out a Glam Light lip liner. This is from the Frosted Flakes collection. It was part of the nude. Did it come with a lipstick? Yeah, it came with a lipstick. But this is actually a really nice shade, and it goes with the lipstick that I picked because it's like a typical brown nude kind of lip liner that would go with a lot of different tones. Okay, and for the lipstick, I pulled out a Makeup by Mario lipstick. This is his matte formula. What is this called? The Ultra Suede lipstick. I have the shade here, Rasa. Yeah. And it's like a pinky peachy nude. Haven't used this in so long. I do enjoy these lipsticks. I think they're beautiful, soft, do not feel disgustingly dry. I do know he just released a new formula. I did not pick any of them up. I have so many lipsticks that I don't need to, and I need to just enjoy the lipstick that I do have from him. I mean, they're very pretty. Again, formula super soft. It's actually reminded me of the new Melt lipsticks that they did with Bailey Sarian. Okay, I am back. Makeup is nice and done. I did already set my eyebrows. I usually set my eyebrows, I feel like pretty much last, just so that they don't move. And I used the Dominique Cosmetics brow gel. Gosh, that brow gel. I think I finally have my final conclusions on it, and I don't think I'm going to repurchase it once I finish it. It's just too finicky. It's not a good brow gel for my brows. Other people might be loving it, but for me, it's just not working out. But here is the finished makeup look, and I think my makeup looks absolutely beautiful. Out of all the products I used today, the Natasha Denona was my favorite. I forget how much I love this palette. I need to pick her up more. I know the formulas in here are not super innovative or like the fancy ones that she has currently in her more recent palettes, but I still feel like they're absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at this eye look. It is so pretty, so pretty, absolutely stunning. I think my makeup looks fabulous. Yesterday was hair wash day, and you already know how annoyed I get the next day after hair wash day. My hair just does not cooperate. This lip combo, oh my goodness, love it. So pretty. It is so comfortable. It's like a powder kiss formula, so it honestly feels like I have nothing on. But you saw how much I applied. I literally applied it and then tapped it and smudged it. Super comfortable. If my husband were to kiss me, he would not complain that he has lipstick on his lips. Okay, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you own any of these products, I encourage you to take them out and use them. I feel like my makeup looks absolutely stunning. Let's look at these under eyes. Yeah, the under eyes are looking actually okay. That's going to be it. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly does mean so much. Even if you just comment an emoji, thank you. I appreciate you. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on the next video.